Take a deep breath, unwind, and let tonight's story bring peace. Crocus and the Dreams of Flower. This story is about a boy named Crocus and his magical friend, Flower, who embark on a dream adventure that teaches Crocus that any dream is possible. Once upon a time in a small village, there lived a boy named Crocus. Crocus had a special friend, a charming animal named Flower, who had the power to bring dreams to life. One day, Crocus mentioned how he longed to experience a wolf beyond their village. Flower listened attentively and as night fell, Flower sprinkled a bit of magic dust over Crocus and they both drifted off into a deep sleep. In their dreams, they found themselves in a stunning meadow filled with flowers that sang melodies. Crocus and Flower danced with the daisies and laughed with the lilies. They floated over fields of golden wheat that rippled like an ocean under the sun. As they explored, they stumbled upon a crystal-clear river that shimmered like liquid silver. There, they met a wise old turtle who shared with them ancient tales of lands far, far away. Crocus was mesmerized by the stories and felt his heart swell with a longing for adventure. The turtle gave Crocus and Flower a map to a hidden valley where the dreams of many were said to come true. Full of excitement, they followed the map under the enchanting starlit sky. They traveled through lush forests, climbed over rocky mountains, and finally arrived at the hidden valley. In the valley, they discovered an enormous tree with branches that glowed softly in the moonlight. Beneath the tree, dreams manifested as glowing orbs of different colors. Crocus reached out and touched one of the orbs, instantly feeling a wave of warmth and joy. Flower smiled, not knowing they had found a place where dreams became reality. As they returned to their village with memories of their dream adventure, Crocus felt grateful for Flower's magic and for the beautiful experiences they had shared. From that day on, Crocus never stopped dreaming, always remembering the meadow of melodies and the hidden valley. Every night, he would fall asleep with hope in his heart, knowing that with Flower by his side, any dream was possible. Here's another story to bring you comfort and peace. Salvia and Wisteria's Courageous Night. This story is about a young girl named Salvia and a firefly named Wisteria, who demonstrate courage by saving other fireflies during a stormy night. In a quaint village nestled between rolling hills and blooming meadows lived a young girl named Salvia. Each evening, she would sit by her window and watch the fireflies dance in the twilight. Of all the fireflies, one stood out to her the most, a little one named Wisteria, who always seemed to shine a bit brighter and flit a bit bolder than the rest. One evening, as the village was enveloped in a serene dusk, a heavy storm rolled in unexpectedly. Salvia watched as the fireflies scattered, their lights dimming with fear. But Wisteria stayed, her light unwavering in the face of the storm. Salvia felt a pang of worry for her tiny friend. She quickly put on her raincoat and dashed into the garden. Amid the pouring rain, she called out to Wisteria. "Wisteria, it's too dangerous. You need to find shelter," she shouted against the howling wind. But Wisteria did not waver. She fluttered close to Salvia, her glow illuminating the worry on Salvia's face. "I have to protect the others," Wisteria seemed to flicker in response. Understanding dawned on Salvia. She took a deep breath, feeling the rain soak through her clothes and hair. "I'll help you," she decided resolutely. Salvia and Wisteria embarked on a mission through the stormy night, finding and guiding scattered fireflies to safety. They faced thunder, lightning, and the drenching rain together. With each firefly they saved, Salvia could feel courage building inside her, matching the unwavering light of Wisteria. As the storm finally began to pass, Salvia led the last firefly to the safety of an ancient oak tree, its branches providing a natural shelter. Exhausted but triumphant, Salvia leaned against the tree, watching Wisteria lead the fireflies in a dance of radiant relief. "Thank you, Wisteria," Salvia whispered, her voice soft but filled with gratitude. Wisteria circled her in a glowing embrace, their bond of courage and kindness shining brightly in the now calmed night. They returned home, Salvia's heart warm with the knowledge that sometimes all it takes is a little courage to light up the darkest of nights. Here's another story to bring you closer to sleep. Flower and the Hedgehog. This story is about how a girl named Flower and a hedgehog named Salvia formed a strong bond of friendship and taught their village the importance of respect and kindness. Once upon a time, in a peaceful village surrounded by hills and meadows full of wildflowers, lived a kind-hearted girl named Flower. She had a gentle soul and eyes that sparkled like the stars. Flower loved exploring the meadows and often picked flowers to make beautiful crowns for her friends. One sunny afternoon, while strolling near the edge of the meadow, she found a small, thorny creature shivering in the shade of a large oak tree. It was a hedgehog named Salvia. Unlike other hedgehogs, Salvia had quills that gleamed iridescently under the sunlight. He was a little timid and wary of the world around him. Flower gently approached him and said, "Hello, little one. You seem lost. Can I help you?" Salvia looked up with big, curious eyes and replied softly, "I am searching for a safe place to stay. The forest is too dangerous, and I keep getting hurt." Flower smiled warmly and extended her hand. "Come with me, Salvia. I'll find you a safe place, and we can be friends." Relate. Salvia nodded and followed Flower. Over the following days, Flower and Salvia became inseparable. They learned from each other, shared stories, and laughed together. Flower showed Salvia the beauty of the meadows, the joy of creating flower crowns, and the wonder of the starry night sky. In return, Salvia taught Flower the importance of caution and respect for the natural world. One evening, as they sat under the stars, Salvia spoke up. "Flower, you have shown me so much kindness and respect. I am no longer afraid because I have you." Flower hugged Salvia gently. "And you have taught me so much about being careful and respectful to all creatures. We make a good team, don't we?" Salvia nodded in agreement. They continued to live happily, their friendship growing stronger each day. The villagers soon noticed the special bond between Flower and the hedgehog. They too learned from their example and began showing more kindness and respect to one another and the world around them. From then on, the village was even more peaceful and harmonious, thanks to the mutual respect taught by a kind-hearted girl and a shimmering hedgehog. Let's turn to another heartwarming story. Tulip and Tiara's Journey of Courage. This story is about a shy girl named Tulip and a kind witch named Tiara, who embarked on a courageous journey to save their village from a drought. Once upon a time, in a village surrounded by mountains and fields filled with flowers, there lived a young girl named Tulip. Tulip was known for her kind heart and golden hair that sparkled under the sun. But Tulip was also known for something else. She was incredibly shy. She barely spoke to anyone except her pet cat Whiskers. In the same village, there also lived a kind witch named Tiara. Ella had a warm smile and was always seen with a hat decorated with the petals of blue roses. Everyone in the village loved Tulip because she used her magic to help those in need. One day, the village was struck by a terrible drought. The fields turned brown, and the flowers wilted. The villagers were worried as they had no water to drink or cook with. In a village meeting, the elders decided to visit Tiala and ask for her help. "For Kyla, can you save us with your magic?" they pleaded. Kyla looked at the worried faces of the villagers and nodded. "I will do everything I can, but I will need help," she said. She then glanced at Tulip, who was standing at the edge of the crowd. "Tulip, will you join me on a journey to the source of the river?" At first, Tulip felt her knees tremble and her heart raced with anxiety. "Why me?" she thought, her face turning as red as a tulip's petal. But she respected Tila and the village needed her, so she nodded slowly. "I trust you, Tila. I will help." Tila smiled kindly and instructed Tulip to bring Whiskers along for the journey. The next morning, they set out at dawn. The path was long and difficult, winding through dense forests and across rocky terrains. There were moments when Tulip felt like she couldn't even take another step, but Tiala's reassuring presence and the comforting purr of Whiskers beside her gave her strength. After days of travel, they finally reached the mountain where the river source dried up. Tiala used her wand to reveal a hidden entrance to a cave. Inside the cave, they found a massive boulder blocking the water flow. "We need to move this boulder," Tiala said. Together, they pushed and pushed, but the boulder wouldn't budge. Tulip's heart sank until she remembered something Tiala had once told her. "Mimic isn't just spells, it's also within us." Taking a deep breath, Tulip closed her eyes and focused on the love she had for her village. Slowly, she felt a warm, glowing energy build up inside her. When she opened her eyes, the boulder started to move. Tiala joined in, and with a final push, the boulder rolled away, freeing the water. A river came rushing back to life, flowing down the mountain and into the village below. Tulip and Tiala stood by the river's edge, panting but filled with joy. They returned to the village as heroes. The villagers cheered and celebrated their return, and even shy Tulip couldn't help but smile and join in. From that day on, Tulip wasn't known as the shy girl. She was known as the brave flower who saved the village. And Tiala, with her kind and wise nature, continued to guide and support everyone around her. And so, the village thrived once more, all because of the courage of Tulip and the kindness of Tiala. Good night, and may you find warmth in your dreams.